Yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you how I have the charger set up charging the battery. You can see I have the lights off in the shop now, so you can kind of see it's like noon, so it's kind of peak time. And you can see the charger's charging up, six and a half, about 6.5 amps into the battery. And let's see up here. I don't know if you can see that, but the battery voltage right now is at 26.7 volts. So if I come over here and we throw on one set of lights, you can see, go down here. Now we actually, with that one set of lights, you can see that we only got 0.7 amps going into the battery, just because it's now using the solar that goes into the lights, but we're still getting almost 9 amps out of the solar panels. You only see like 6.5, 7 amps down here because this unit over here, the fans are all on low. Now, during a power outage, what we have, if you remember, I have these grid ties set up, but this is my plan anyways. These grid ties here, and the air conditioner just kicked off, so them aren't on. These are not running right now. So what I have set up here, and you're going to hear this grow watt ramp up because I'm going to put a lot more power into the batteries. Simply switch one solar bank, the other solar bank, and you can kind of see it's ramping up, the solar charge up over 20 amps. Yeah, it's still going. I don't know how high it's actually going to go, if it's going to go all the way up to 40 amps or not, because the battery is almost fully charged here. But if needed, if the battery was lower, it will drop all the way down it will increase it up to, I have it set at about 40 amps, maximum charge into the battery. It was just one of their settings that they recommend is a good set point. I actually can go up to 80 amps charge in there. So this way, during a power outage, with those solar panels flipped, I'm still maintaining a lot of power coming from the solar, and that'll help keep the battery charged up during the day, and still being able to run the TV or internet stuff in the house, basic stuff in the house, and probably cycle in some stuff, the fridge and everything like that. So, and I also would turn this one. That's another probably 200 watts, a little bit more, 250 watts of power. I'd also flip that, and then that would also go in here. But yeah, it's not even taking all that it can right now. It's only drawn 32, and these panels will put out about 20 amps a piece. So if it wanted it, it would be drawn 40 amps. So I just thought I'd show you, as far as if I did lose power, how I planned on actually backfeeding my house, using the combination of solar and battery power. Actually, I stand corrected. That it actually is running it at a higher. I forgot the shop lights were on. So yeah, you can see it's drawing 40 amps from them solar panels if I go on this end over here. But yeah, there's like six amps are going to my shop lights right now. And so yeah, that's why there's the difference between the two. Well, I went ahead and did it. I ordered myself another Ampere Time 24 volt 100 amp hour battery, and I kind of want to move forward as far as knowing if this grow watt is shutting down because of the under voltage of the battery, or if it's overloading the grow watt. So I talked with my wife. I think the obvious thing would be to get another battery, because our plan is to have this as backup power. And talking with her, we decided that 24-hour time frame, we'd like to be able to run, during a power outage for 24 hours at least, and that would be without solar power. And of course, that would be conserving stuff. We're not running the air conditioner or anything. to get 24 hours out of that. We're just running fan and fridge and the lights and TV and internet. It's just your necessities. And so I ordered it the other day, and it should be here in a few days. And when it comes in, I will let you guys know how it shows up, and I'll show you how they come packaged and everything. And we'll just kind of go through a breakdown on how I plan on charging them all up, getting them all paralleled together, because I know there's a trick to that. And I'm new to it too, so I'm just doing the research on it. So when it gets here, I will let you know. Yeah, I just got word. I checked the tracking, and that Ampere Time Battery is supposed to be in tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be shutting down this grow watt over here. I'm going to get this battery disconnected, so this way I can get a voltage when it's sitting at rest. They said you only need like half hour to check it at rest. But this way I can get it disconnected out of the way, so that way tomorrow when I get home from work, hopefully I will be unpacking a new battery, and we can let y'all see what kind of shape it's in when it gets here. I figured as long as I have this all disconnected anyways, waiting for that battery, what I'm going to do is, because these are getting, all of this is just too small for the wire gauges that you should be using. And so I'm just going to make this kind of like I did over here, just a regular slot opening for both the DC input, for the battery input, and for the solar input. I'm just going to make that a little bit nicer and easier, where the wires will go in a lot better than what they do now. Yeah, that's part about living in Texas. And the one time I don't bring in the panels, we're getting a penny-sized hail out here. So yeah, this wasn't even forecasted for today. But we'll see if the panels can stand up to a little bit. It'll be the first time I had to see it done, so it looks like it's dying down. Hopefully they don't get all of a sudden golf ball size. Well, it came today, the new Ampere Time battery. So I see it's got a little bit of beat up, like it was dropped in a couple of the corners. So I know the last one was packed really well. So I'm going to open this one up and see what we have here. All right, I got it broken open here, and you can see that they have the styrofoam up on top, some spare bolts, and the plastic caps are in this bag. And this bag, they give you a nice thick binder for the manual, the warranty cards and everything. So let me move this out of the way. And there she be. Let me pull it out of the box and set it up on the cabinet here. There, I got it up on the bench. Kind of looked around it. That had bottom. That absolutely no damage to it. And you can see it comes in the inside the bag. And they have another big hunk of styrofoam on the bottom there. So it's packed pretty well. And this come out of California. They ship out of California over here. But you can see all the corners are intact and everything. This is a sister identical batteries over here. 24 volt, 100 amp. And let me pull these caps and stuff out of here and check the voltage. Okay, got the cap. Yeah, they come shipped with these caps, in to protect the threads and everything. And you can see it's shipped with 26.36. I just checked. I've had my other battery sitting here for over 24 hours now, and it was actually at 26.6. So I'm going to throw this one on the charger and bring it up to the same, as close as I can get to the same resting voltage as this one here. So I'm going to get her hooked up to the grow watt and get her start charging. And just in case there's somebody out there that hasn't seen it yet, I've had my grow watt shut off, so the charging capacitors have discharged. So now if I just hook up, I have my negative hooked up already. If I just throw this positive on there, it's going to shoot a big spark. And you can actually blow out one of the capacitors in your charger. So the best thing to do, I used to do speaker builds. So I just happen to have this on hand. It's a 20 watt, 8 ohm resistor. So you just hold it on here, touch it on there. See, no big sparks, no nothing like that. And now you can, once the capacitors are charged, you can take that and see, no big sparks there either. So then I can, just finish bolting it on there and everything. But yeah, just so you be aware that once your unit shuts off or you have this unhooked for a while, your charging capacitors are going to discharge, and you will get a draw a pretty big arc depending how big a battery and charger you have. All right, have those hooked up. Let's power up to grow up. All right, it's powering up. It's kind of figuring everything out. There you can see the output kicked in. Now there's a little bit of sun left out. It's getting late in the day. It's almost 6 o'clock in the evening here. So let's see. I don't know how much solar we're going to have here. Okay, it just recognized the solar panels on there. And now it just hooked up the solar panel. And yep, charger's going up. It'll probably, this is just them 240 watt panels that are on here right now. So yeah, that's pretty much normal. It'll go up to, on a real sunny peak day, it'll go up to about 8-9 amps on them. So it's hooked up. That's showing my voltage at 26.4. So we'll let this run today and tomorrow. And after that, we'll pull it off, let it rest for a little bit, and see if we can't get these hooked up and parallel together.